everybody. It is Thursday, September 18th, and it's about 8:25 at night. It feels like it has been forever since I last made a vlog, but I just checked and it's actually only been about 2 weeks. But no, it feels like it's been like a month. Like, a lot has happened since then. So I have some free time. I don't have a lot of homework to do tonight, so that's a first. So I'm going to make a quick update for you guys. Don't know how quick it will actually be. Yeah, so keep watching if you're interested. Okay, I just have to add that YouTube lies. I did check and it said that my last video was 2 weeks ago, but that it was published on August 28th, which was actually 3 weeks ago. So I was right to think that it's felt like a lot longer than 2 weeks since I last made a video. Not that that is super important or anything, but anyway, I'll get on with it. Okay, so first update for you, which I am super excited about, is exactly 4 weeks from today, I will be sitting in a hotel room in San Diego and just finished Family Day. That will be 4 weeks from today, because it's like 2-hour time difference. It's 8:30 here, it'd be 6:30 there. And I think Family Day ends pretty early. But I will have seen my recruit and given him a huge hug, and probably watched his dad shed some tears. But I can't say that I won't cry. I'll probably be bawling my eyes out too when I see him. Yeah, so exactly 4 weeks. That is not that long. I said something recently to Jacob's mom. I don't remember my exact wording, but I was saying that, like, I was telling Jacob before he left that these 3 months were going to feel like 3 years. Like, it was going to feel like forever. But, like, looking back now, it has not felt like 3 years, not even close. Time has flown by, thankfully. And I think the main reason for that is just keeping busy and staying positive. There's definitely been like hard times, but nothing. There's never been any terrible times. Jacob had like a short rough patch when he was bed rested, like his first couple days of training with swollen ankles, and so he wasn't allowed to do any of the like training, fitness, PT, any of that. But, I mean, he got over that quickly and he never got held back. He's doing great. And then there was another hard time when there was some miscommunication that obviously was not easy to get cleared up over letters. So it just took both of us being completely open and honest, and the letter delay didn't help. Lots of anxiety and racy hearts, and but I think that it was all going to be resolved anyway. Like, it wouldn't have mattered. Like, anyway, so I think those are the 2 hardest moments, was waiting to hear that his ankles were better and then waiting for a clear response from him about an incident. But other than that, things have been fairly easy. I would not like say that this was a horrible time, and I was prepared for a horrible 3 months. It has not been horrible. So for all you girlfriends, fiancés, wives, even mothers, any woman out there with strong emotions like myself, if you're going into this, or you're just like 1 weekend and you think that it's going to be horrible, like, get that out of your head, because it's not. Just stay busy. It goes by. I mean, I'm 4 weeks away from seeing my man, and I could not be more excited, and time has flown. Okay, so second update for you. Jacob is done with phase 2, and if you don't know about phase 2, it's 3 weeks long, and they all, well, at least in San Diego, if your recruit is at Paris Island, it might be different. But for San Diego, they all go to Pendleton for phase 2. So this is 3 weeks at Pendleton. And Jacob says, I mean, I was warned by other people but Jacob in a letter confirmed that mail is extremely slow. He only got mail on Thursdays. They have like no time to write mail, especially in their last week, which would be the third week of phase 2. They didn't even have time to write. And also, they don't get to like go to the mailbox. Like, they can't just go drop a letter in the mailbox whenever they want. So him, even if he was able to find time to like write a letter, he wasn't able to send it to me. So I had a few letters that were like a little bit of writing from every day that he found time to like sneak write. But I'd get it like all in one letter, like long time later. Yeah, so phase 2 was not fun. At first I was like, what are people talking about with this letter slowing down? Because during the first week of phase 2, I was getting the letters that he'd sent the last week of phase 1 still. So for that first week of phase 2, you probably will still be getting letters, at least if your recruit was sending them regularly. I can't say that word, so not gonna try. But if your recruit was sending a lot of letters during phase 1, that first week of phase 2, you're probably still gonna feel like you're getting letters because they're gonna be still coming from the week before. Second week of phase, I can't talk tonight, oh my gosh. Can I ever? Second week of phase 2, that is when letters slowed down a lot. I think we went about 2 weeks, and when I say we, I mean his family and I. We went about 2 weeks without mail. I wouldn't say it was horrible. I kind of got used to like not expecting as much mail anymore. But it made when we did get a letter a lot more special. But yeah, so mail slows down a lot. And like I said, those letters would then be like apart from all the days, and then he'd include it all in one letter and send it. So if I had to say how many letters I actually got from phase 2, not counting that first week when I was still getting letters from the week before phase 2, I'd say during those 3 weeks he probably sent 3 letters total to me. And some of them were like on his like little, like the paper that's like little, like just little notebook paper, like pocket notebook. That he would be like, I'm on fire watch and I'm writing to you right now, like in his little notebook. And fire watch, if you don't know, is like when they have to be up for like a couple hours at like 2 a.m. It's like not fun. So he was on that a couple nights, so he was able to sneak write me a couple letters. And then also, just like when he would be like taking notes or something, he'd like write little snippets to include to me. Okay, so now it is Thursday, and it is his first week in phase 3. So his first week in phase 3 is actually almost complete. I consider the week to end on Sundays, so I guess, I assume that's how they do it too. I don't know. That's how the Matrix shows it. The week ends on Sunday. So this is his first week of phase 3, and I got a letter today that he'd written on the 14th, but sent on the 16th. So he sent it on Tuesday, and I got it today. So mail is starting to come again. So I'm excited. I'll probably go back to checking the mailbox every day in hope of a letter being there. But he did say that in a couple weeks he will stop like sending letters because there's not going to be a point to send them anymore, because before they get to me I'd be there. So okay, and then just to add, I was told that the 10th week is the last week that you should send letters. And to me personally, I've never gone through this, I've never experienced this, so the 10th week seems early. Boot camp is 13 weeks long, so to have 3 weeks left, when people say the 10th week, I'm just like shaking my head like, no. Like I said, I've never been through this, so I can't say for certain, but my letters typically take 7 to 10 days to get to Jacob. So I feel like if I sent a letter 10 days before his last day there, it would be safe. But to leave some leave room, just in case, if I sent a letter 15 days before his last day there, just to have some insurance room, I feel like I'd be safe. And 15 days is not 3 weeks before boot camp is over. That's 2 weeks. So I'm going to keep sending letters until 15 days before the last day of boot camp. I got a letter returned to me, the one that I sent to the wrong address, the first one. At the very beginning of boot camp, it got returned to me like a month later. So if he happens to not get the letters I send after the 10th week, that's fine. They may or may not get returned to me, but I would rather take my chances in sending him that letter and having him receive it than having to be like silenced for 3 weeks. So you can take your own risk on this. I will tell you after boot camp is over in October whether or not he got the letters I sent after a certain date, so you will know. I assume it's different, a little different for everybody, just based on what the mail service is like at that time. But I personally am going to continue sending letters until 15 days before boot camp is over, not 10 weeks in. That seems too early to me. Okay, last update for you. This definitely is longer than I was planning on it being. It's just about me in general. I have been doing great. School started 3 weeks ago. That's why the videos completely slowed down. So yeah, I've been doing good. 4 weeks until I'll be there. I'm super excited. I know his family is super excited too. And his best friend, Jordan, his childhood best friend, they've been friends since like preschool. He's going to hopefully be there too on graduation day. Maybe family day, I'm not sure actually. I don't know. And his family is going to go too, who have known Jacob since he was in preschool. So long before I knew him. And Jacob would love that. Like, he would absolutely love if Jordan could be there. That would be great. That's his friend's name, Jordan. And I would love that too. It'd just be so great of a gift to Jacob. So yeah, that wasn't really an update on myself. I don't really have much to say about myself other than I've been doing good. So okay, and now finally I have a message from someone who sent me a message on YouTube. I did reply to the first part of their message, and then I haven't replied actually to the second part of their message, which they sent on September 7th. I'm not going to tell you who it's from, but I am going to read it to you and then respond. So, because I feel like it would be helpful to everybody, so I was planning on making a video replying a lot sooner than I have, but finally I'm getting around to it, so to who asked this question, here is your answer. So they said, "Hey Becca, I know you went through the whole boot camp thing a while ago, but I just had some questions I was hoping you could answer. Was it hard waking up to no good morning messages? Was there ever a time you didn't count down the days till he got back? So basically, I know people say it gets easier, but does it? Hold on, I have to read more. Your videos have been great advice, and I'd appreciate if you wrote back. Thanks." And I did write back to her, but I want to answer again, just verbally. So the first part of her question, well, first, thanks for the message. It was great to receive. Was it hard waking up to no good morning messages? At first, yes, it was very hard. I think there was a time when my phone would beep and I would like drop everything I was doing and pick up my phone and like just hope that it would be from him. I mean, I'd know that it wouldn't be, but like I would literally just everything down and check my phone. And then it would be like a message from like Caribou Coffee, like telling me like I had, I don't know, it'd just be like a promotion text, and I'd get so like disappointed. But it got easier, and I mean, you get used to things like that. Like, things change in life all the time, and you think at first it's miserable, but it gets easier. You get used to it, and I definitely got used to not getting those good morning text messages. or having him like show up at my house while I was still sleeping with coffee, or little things like that, that you take for granted when you have them, and then all of a sudden they're gone. And I'm not going to say it was easy, but you get used to it. But now there's other things that you look forward to. Instead of that good morning text message, you look forward to walking out to the mailbox and getting a letter. And after boot camp is over and he's at combat training, you'll look forward to the weekends when he gets to call you. And after combat training is over and he's at his MOS school, you'll look forward to like those Skype dates, like having him tell you like, hey, be on Skype at this time. You'll look forward to those moments. Or you'll look forward to his response when you send him a care package. And like, there's always going to be other things to look forward to, and you just have to get used to not looking forward to the things that you once did. But those good morning text messages will come back, so just keep that in mind. He will have his phone again. Boot camp doesn't last forever. So anyway, the next part was there ever a time you didn't count down the days till he got back? No. I'm still counting down. If you've watched this video, you know that I am still counting down 4 weeks. So I could actually tell you, hold on. Gosh, now I'm making you just watch me on my phone. Hold on. Okay, it's actually 28 days, 13 hours, 12 minutes, 43, 42, 41, 40 seconds until he graduates. So it's actually 27 days, 13 hours, 12 minutes, 34 or 32 seconds until I get to see him on Family Day. And less than that till we're getting on a plane. Can you see my excitement? So was there ever a time where I didn't count down the days? No. But does it get easier? Yes, because it gets smaller. That amount of time that you're counting down continues to get smaller every single day. Every second it gets smaller. I mean, I have this countdown app on my phone. It's going to be like backwards and you're not going to be able to see it very well. I could sit here and watch it and just watch and watch and watch, and it's continuing to count down. And just think of how much time goes by while you're sleeping, while you're eating, while you're taking a shower. I mean, time never stops. It's continuing to go. So every time I look at this app on my phone, there's less time there. So do I ever stop? No. But does it get easier? Does it get smaller? Of course, because time never stops. And that's what's great. Although the 10 days when he is home from boot camp, I wish time would just completely stop, because those 10 days are going to fly by. But I'm so excited. Okay, anyway. Gosh, I have way too much energy right now. So basically, I know people say it gets easier, but does it? And I feel like I've pretty much answered this question. But yes, it gets easier, but it doesn't get easier because it gets easier. It gets easier because you get stronger. Every single day you're getting stronger, and every single day you're learning how to live without him right next to your side at all times. You get stronger, so it gets easier. That's the bottom line. You're going to have hard days. You're going to feel lonely at times. But there's always things you can do to keep yourself busy, or, I mean, read letters that he sends you, or look at pictures, or watch videos, or go for a bike ride. Just get out of your house and do things. Go to work, go to school. And time's always going by. I mean, the more you do, the faster time is going to go. So then I responded to her. I'm not going to read my response because I kind of just said it all. But then she wrote back, thank you, because I like this conversation we have going. And I'm so sorry I didn't reply to this next part, but that was because I wanted to make a video and I'm finally getting around to it. So I'm going to read what you said. So I told her that I was actually still going through the boot camp process. She thought that I had already completed it, but nope, I am still going through, just entered phase 3 now. But she said, oh, I bet you're excited that you only have a little more than a month left. No, it's just a month. I think you mentioned something about writing your boyfriend, but my boyfriend doesn't want to write a lot because he says the DIs like to see you focused. Do you have any advice? Also, do you keep in touch with his family? I'm just wondering because I have never met his mom before, but I know she is having a hard time, so I was thinking about messaging her to see how she is doing. Okay, so I'm going to reply to this one like I just did to the other one. Oh, I bet that excited. Yes, I am so excited. So excited. Um, okay, and then she said, I think you mentioned something about writing your boyfriend, but my boyfriend doesn't want to write a lot because he says the DIs like to see you focused. Do you have any advice? First, I'm going to say, keep writing him. Keep on writing him because those letters are going to get him through. And if he's not writing you for some reason, any reason, keep sending him letters. Like, he still needs those letters from you. I can't say whether the DIs, this thing about the DIs liking to see them focused, is true or not. Like, I've never been at boot camp. I've never met a DI at boot camp, so I can't honestly give you a good answer to this. But the best answer that I can give you is they have like 2 hours of squared away time or an hour of squared away time every night. And then on Sundays, they have like 3 hours of squared away time. And squared away time is free time where they're free to do whatever they want. So they might need to use this time to shave or to go to the bathroom. Like, they don't have time in the morning to do some of these things. Or they might want to shower or talk to some friends or just do basic things, wash their uniforms. There's things like that that they're going to need to do in square away time, but they also have time to sit down and read your letters and write to you. And I do not believe that the DIs judge them if they use their squared away time to write to you. So if I were you, I would tell your boyfriend, hey, just write to me when you feel like you can, and I'll continue to write to you. I know that they love receiving mail, and the boys who don't receive mail get like disappointed. The mail keeps them going. It's like their only connection to the outside world. So if I were you, I would keep sending mail whether you get any or not. That's a hard question to answer because I've never been there. But based on my experience with Jacob being there, I'd say definitely keep writing, and I think he'll realize that he can write. Like, it's okay to write. Of course, they like to see them focused, but that squared away time is their time to, like, relax and be in touch with their family, and you're included in their family, so. And then also, do you keep in touch with his family? I'm just wondering because I've never met his mom before and I know she is having a hard time. So I was just thinking about messaging her and seeing how she is doing. Okay, first, yes, I keep in touch with his family. I feel like I text his mom way more than I should. I feel like sometimes I annoy her. I probably don't, but sometimes I'll text her and then I'll text her again and again and again. I'll be like, oh gosh, she probably is like, shut up. Um, just kidding. She's probably not like that. She's amazing. But yes, I keep in touch with his family. I can't tell you exactly how many times I've seen them since Jacob has been gone, but like I've gone over to their house, we've gone on walks, we've gone out to eat, like we have done lots of fun things together just to stay in touch. And I think that's important because, like, one, they're a huge part of Jacob's life, and I like to think that I'm a huge part of Jacob's life, and that kind of makes them a huge part of my life. And I like to think that that makes me a big part of their life too. Like, it's kind of just like we're all in a circle together, so it just makes sense. And then not even that, but also that they're just great to be around. They're fun to talk to. I feel like I can be myself around them. I don't have to hide from them. I feel like if I'm having a problem, I can tell them about it. Like, they're great. I feel like they're non-judgmental. They're understanding. They're loving. They care. And Jacob has always been close with them too. I mean, of course, they've had their struggles, like Jacob being a teenager and going through that stuff, but it's like every family, like every kid has a few arguments with his parents, but they get past that, and I mean, they have a great relationship, so I would never, ever stand in between them and Jacob. And so I think me being connected to them is extremely important to the future that Jacob and I have. So staying in touch with him was never even a question. It was just assumed that it would happen. And I know that that's what Jacob wanted too. He wanted me to continue like talking to his parents and feeling comfortable around them. And I am so grateful that that's how it's been. Like, they welcomed me with open arms, and they didn't have to do that. I mean, you can't expect your boyfriend's parents to welcome you with open arms. You have to earn that. But they did, they definitely did, and they've been great and so generous and so nice. Huh. Gosh, I could talk about that for hours, but you probably don't want to hear all that. I'm like tearing up just because they are just amazing. Gosh. Okay. Hold on. Wow. Okay. No tears on camera. Those are like happy tears, but I mean, I guess I'm a little over emotional tonight. Okay. Okay, sorry. She said, I'm just wondering because I've never met his mom before. Um, I cannot imagine never have meeting Jacob's mom and dad and sister and grandparents. Um, I can never imagine not have meeting them and how hard that would be. But there was probably circumstances why this girl or you have personally never met his mom. Maybe you live far away. Maybe it just never was something that came up, or maybe you just haven't been with him that long where you felt like it was time to meet his parents. But I would definitely say message her, talk to her, and build a relationship with her. If you plan on staying in your recruit's life, I think talking to his mom is important. Like, I'm not saying like you're gonna marry your recruit and she's gonna be your mother-in-law, like, but I mean, if that happens, you want to have a good relationship with her. Like, that's important. That's huge. I can't imagine not having a relationship with Jacob's parents. Like, so I would definitely say message her. My advice to you is yes, if she's having a hard time or if she's having a great time, message her or invite her to coffee if that's an option. Like, if you live close enough, invite her somewhere. Even if you live like an hour away, find middle ground and just get together. And I know that your recruit would probably appreciate you making an effort so much too. And you may think like maybe it's her job to make the first move, but I mean, it doesn't matter who makes the first move as long as the first move is made. So just step up and do it. Send her a message and just let her know that you feel for her. Like, be honest and open. And I mean, yeah, my advice is just, yeah, message her, talk to her, get to know her better. Definitely ask how she is doing. Gosh, I can't imagine not have meeting Jacob's parents. I'm trying to think of where I'd be. I can tell you for sure that this like chunk of time with Jacob being gone would have been a lot harder if I didn't have his parents' support. Gosh. Yeah, definitely talk to his mom and his dad if that's an option. I don't know your story, I don't know his story, but I mean, get in touch with his family. And I'd say that to any girl, girlfriend, fiance, wife. Like, knowing his family is huge. Like, oh gosh. Wow, my videos are always a lot longer than I intend them to be, but if you've made it this far, yay, thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll be able to make another video before the 3 weeks is, like, another 3 weeks. That's what I was trying to say. What? Okay, wow. Anyway, but I am definitely going to bring my camcorder when we go to San Diego, and I'm going to film us at the airport, our excitement, and then once we get to family day, I'll get some snippets of that, and then also graduation day. I mean, I don't want to be behind my camera the whole time, but I'm definitely going to try to get some snippets to put all together in a video for you to watch. So you can look forward to that. Other than that, I'll just continue doing updates when I have time. We're in phase 3 now, so letters will pick up. I can count on that. Yeah, but I'll just look forward for a couple more updates, and then I'll do a family day and graduation video for you to watch. And then after that, I plan on continuing my videos through combat training, which is a month long, I think. For Jacob, it's a month, and if they're going into infantry, then they'd be at combat training for 8 weeks, so 2 months. But for Jacob, it's a month. and then MOS school, I'm not sure how long that is, and then eventually he'll be on base and I'll go visit him as much as I can. Hopefully he'll be able to come home for the holidays. But I mean, that's all information that I'll give to you as I get, and things are different recruit to recruit, so not everything is the exact same, but I'll try to provide you with as much experience and information as I can. If your recruit is in boot camp right now, just know that we're in the same boat. I also, if your recruit has already finished boot camp and you have advice for me, feel free to send me a message. I love getting them. Or if you have any questions you want me to answer, send me a message too. But I think that's going to wrap up this video for now. I hope you guys have an excellent week. Remember to stay strong and keep writing your recruit. And I think if I want you to get one thing out of watching this whole video, it would be definitely that family is number one. Like, it is so important. And that if you don't already have a strong relationship with your boyfriend or fiance's family, to start building one. So yeah, if you learn one thing from this video, that would be it. Anyway, I hope you guys have an excellent week. I think I already said that like 10 times. So yeah, good night.